You grew up in Goshen?
Goshen, yeah.
Goshen?
Yeah.
Goshen. Making music in your basement. Can you describe your basement?
Yeah. My basement was a cement floors, and it was actually my mom's sewing room. So my mom had her sewing machine and her thread, and I then took it over. I put like a James Dean poster up, and I had like a New Order poster and like rock and roll and stuff. And so I kind of took it over and made it my little cave that I lived in, and no windows, and I wouldn't leave. And it was the safest place, because when you're a teenager, it's not safe. It's not fun to be a teenager.
Yeah, and you had also a lot of instruments there, or not?
A lot of instruments that didn't work. My basement had, I was notorious for going to stores, antique stores and junk stores, and buying keyboards that kind of worked, guitars that had 2 strings on them, drum machines that barely turned on, and a lot of batteries that were like trying to get the things to work. But I was surrounded by broken instruments, and it was amazing, because it wasn't, we didn't have a lot of money, so it wasn't good gear. But it meant something, like, because when something's broken and you fix it, it feels so much better than when you start something that's nice or new. And I don't have a lot of new things in my life, and I appreciate the ugly ducklings a little bit more.
In your song you'll be singing about Casio.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Casio sound?
Yes, my favorite Casio sound is the SK1 Casio keyboard. It's a sampling keyboard that you can sing into and make dog barks and stupid stuff like that. But the organ on the Casio sound on the Casio SK1, whenever I hear it, it takes me right back to being 15 again, and I feel so good. I think there was an Ariel Pink song band that he used. I can tell when bands. I know what keyboards bands use. Like, oh, that's it. There's that organ sound again.
Cool. Did you use it on this album as well?
No, actually not. I haven't owned one in a long time. We used a lot of really for the album we used a lot of vintage synthesizers, and like I recorded in a studio that was almost like a museum for classic synthesizers. So I had a lot to choose from, a lot of good gear. The opposite of being 15. Now it's really good gear and expensive.
You wrote a song about Goshen. Have you already played it in Goshen?
I'm actually playing for the first time in my hometown this tour. So there's actually, because there was no venue, there was no place to play music where I grew up, and now there's finally a really nice venue. So I'm going there, and I'm kind of scared because I've never played in front of all the people I grew up with, and I haven't seen them for a long time. So it'll be. And I think it's sold out already or something. I think people want to go more to just look at me, and I hope they don't make fun of me like they did in high school. But I'm a little scared. I'm not scared to play shows ever, but I'm scared to play my hometown. It might be strange.
Why did you call it Heal?
I call the record Heal simply because, and an important thing to note is it's Heal in all capital letters. It's not heal, it's not a soft heal. It's not saying like, I'm gonna get better. It's screaming at me. It's like, you will get better. There is no other option but to get better. And heal is it's a command instead of a question or a quiet response. Like, it's gonna be better. No. You must make it better. To write such an intense record, personal record, this is, not to sound corny, but this is continuing the healing process. Like, this is helping me right now talk, because I'm understanding it more with each time I talk about it. So and playing live and continuing the whole. I think a record has a long life, and hopefully it'll last me the rest of my life, because I love these songs and I love playing them.
Cool, thank you.
Awesome, thank you.